money seems to be what makes things happen around here. I'd like to refer to the city's master plan. We have a master plan in progress now. And one of the things that bothers me, because I'm on one of the advisory boards, is the fact that we have hired an expensive consultant to advise us how to improve our parks, which I think is a great idea. However, we have on the city payroll highly experienced, knowledgeable people who could handle this without an outside consultant. And the other thing that bothers me the most, because the committee that I'm on, is the woeful financing of our school system. It is woefully underfinanced. And I would like to know what the candidates feel about continuing to fund the master plan when money is not available and isn't going to be for a while, not without raising taxes. And what do you plan, or what would you like to plan, to help our schools?
I want to be fair. Sometimes, I go second or third, and I want to give them an opportunity to hear me first. There's a lot of good portions and questions that you have in there. But when it comes to master plan, it's a great idea. Okay, the problem is that's all it's been. Okay, there's not enough teeth to it in terms of moving forward to the future. So we've got some good ideas. We need to get them on paper. We need to actually figure out how we can execute them. And in this economy right now, we're not going to be looking at executing them. We want to make sure that we take care of what we got right now, make sure that the services in our city remain and stay high. The problem is that we need to look forward to the future. So these are plans that we need to work on. So about education, it's one of the biggest things that I've been caring about. I'm a public school graduate from high school, elementary school, middle school, university, publicly educated. And I actually lobbied for higher education when I first came out of college. That was my first jobs, lobbying for higher education, making sure that students got what they needed. And I will continue to do that. We want to make sure that we continue to make sure that Tallahassee properly funds it, and make sure that we work locally to do it. Sorry, I'm getting cut off. There's a lot more to talk about.
Master plan. Ever since Sonny, you've been through a few master plans. We've had master plans when I first got in 2001. Now we've got another master plan. Well, sometimes master plans are good. They bring an extra set of eyes and expertise into the mix of how cities can be run. I never really agree that an outsider can come in and tell us how we need to live. I think we do have some people on board that are smart enough to figure it out. Our city was built with a hodgepodge of buildings with no codes for many, many years, and we're trying to catch up. So we brought in an extra team in to try to solve it. As far as schools go, I practically adopted Bell Street Middle School. I fund a lot of money into the schools. Our commission is on top of the school board at all times, right there with them, with Ann Murray, our district leader. Unfortunately, we don't have the say exactly what happens to our schools, but you're right, Henry.
Thank you. Mr. Hand, again, a great question. Consultants are good. They're experts. They do their job. They understand that. You talked about internal and staff. Be careful about staff, because Ms. Washington pointed out earlier, most of the staff doesn't live here. Staff shouldn't be making the policy. The city commission should be making the policy. The city manager's office should be executing that policy. It shouldn't be driven from staff to the city manager and then to the city commission. That's backwards. I'm accountable to you. You see me at Publix, you see me at the post office, you see me riding my bicycle on the street. Do you know who staff is? But a lot of things come from staff up. Be careful of that. Trust, have your elected officials. You see me, you email me, you call me, you see me all the time. Be very careful of that. Staff doesn't live here. Staff isn't impacted by the decisions that get made directly. Just on the education, I recommend you go to the school board. We have very limited input onto that.